The ternary operator is a shorthand structure that assigns different values to a variable depending on whether a condition is true or false. The ternary operator consists of a question mark and a colon. It gets its name because it's normally used with three values or expressions. The first of these is a condition that follows the assignment operator. The condition is followed by a question mark. To the right of the question mark is the value you want to assign if the condition is true. Next comes a colon, and then the value you want to assign if the condition is false. In effect, it's a shorthand way of writing this if-else conditional statement. There's a simple example of the ternary operator in action in this file, ternary_01.php, which you can find in the Chapter 3, 03_05 folder of the exercise files. On line 2, a value is assigned to the variable answer, and then on line 4, we use the ternary operator to assign a value to result. This is the condition. To the right of the question mark is the value that will be assigned to result if the condition evaluates to true, and after the colon is the value that will be assigned to result if the condition evaluates to false. Well, as every fan of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy will tell you, it took the computer deep thought 7.5 million years to work out that 42 was the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything. So if answer isn't 42, well, let's see what happens. The browser will tell us, indeed, keep calculating. But if we change answer to 42, save and reload, we know that 42 is indeed the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything. Using the ternary operator to assign a value depending on whether a condition is true or false is extremely convenient. It certainly involves a lot less typing than an if-else conditional statement, but it can seem rather cryptic until you get used to it. Occasionally, you'll see an even more cryptic version of the ternary operator, and there's an example of that here in this file, ternary_02.php, which is also in the exercise files for this video. In this script, 20 is assigned to unit cost, and then we use the ternary operator to assign a value to wholesale price. Unit cost is being used here as the condition, and there is nothing between the question mark and the colon. What this means is that if the value to the left of the question mark evaluates to true, it's then assigned to the variable, so unit cost will be assigned to wholesale price. But if this evaluates to false, then the value after the colon will be used instead. So let's just try this out in a browser. And it displays wholesale price as being 20. And the reason that has happened is that unit cost is 20, and any number apart from 0 is considered by PHP to be implicitly true, or a truthy value. So because this is a truthy value, it's assigned to wholesale price. But if you don't have a truthy value here, then this will be used as the default. Now this might seem like a good idea, but it's got several flaws. Let's change unit cost to 0 and save that, and then refresh the page in the browser. And wholesale price is now 25. And that's because 0 is regarded by PHP as being false. It's implicitly false. It's a falsy value. So this equates to false. So 25 is assigned to wholesale price. But imagine if this was being used to calculate an invoice. A promotional free gift would be charged at completely the wrong price. And another problem arises if the variable being used as the condition doesn't exist. Let's comment out unit cost here on line 2, and then save that and reload the page in the browser. Down here we can see that that value 25 has been assigned, but we've got this notice about an undefined variable, unit cost. Now many developers tend to ignore such notices, but they're often a sign that something's wrong with your script. Using the shorter version of the ternary operator like this to set a default value is unreliable, and we'll look at more robust solutions in the next video. However, using the ternary operator to assign different values depending on whether a condition is true or false is a good idea. As a reminder, this is how it's used. The condition follows the assignment operator and is followed by a question mark. To the right of the question mark is the value you want to assign if the condition is true. Next comes a colon, followed by the value if the condition is false. It's a convenient shorthand way of writing this if-else conditional statement. It involves less typing, and anything that saves effort is worth adding to your knowledge of PHP.